In the previous video, we learned how to factorize quadratic trinomial. So in this lesson, we are going to look at quadratic equations. So when we say quadratic equation, it's not anything different from the quadratic trinomial. So when we say equation, it's a mathematical expression that involves equal sign. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to factorize quadratic equation and get its proof set. So we have different ways or different methods of solving quadratic equations. So we have factorization method of completing squares, and we have by formula. So now we are going to look at the factorization method. So for the factorization method is the same as the method we use to factorize quadratic trinomial. So the general quadratic equation is of the form ax squared plus bs plus c equal to 0. So this equal sign here makes this expression an equation. So now let's look at how to use the factorization method to solve this problem. Suppose we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we have to find the truth set of this given equation. So first, as we did in the quadratic trinomial, we compare the given problem with the general quadratic formula. That's ax squared plus bs plus c equal to 0. So by comparison, it's obvious that a is 1, b is 5, and c is 6. So in the previous video, we learned that to factorize a given trinomial, we have to find the product of a and c. So here a is 1 and c is 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. We have to find the factors of 6 that will sum up to the value of b, that's 5. So when we check these factors, we have 2 and 3. So 2 times 3 will give you the product, and 2 plus 3 will be the value of the b, that's the 5. Meaning these two factors fit into this equation to replace the 5x. So now let's rewrite the equation as x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. So on this note, let's group them in brackets. So in the first bracket, let's take the common factors. You see x is common in the first bracket, meaning we can factor x out. So when x is out, it will reduce this power 2 to power 1. Here will be x plus x out. Here we have here 2. So 3x plus 6. See that the common factor in these two terms is 3. So when 3 is out, we have x. 3 goes into 6, 2. So now we can clearly see that these two brackets are the same. So since these two brackets are the same, we consider the terms outside the bracket, x and the positive 3, to be in one bracket like this. Since these two brackets are the same, then choose one, that's x plus 2 equal to 0. So after this one, we have to equate each bracket to 0 and solve for the unknown variable, which is the x. So when we put the first bracket to 0, we have s is equal to negative 3. So let's equate the second bracket to 0. That's s plus 2 to 0. We have s is equal to negative 2. And we have to find the truth set. Meaning the truth set is s is such that s is equal to minus of 3 and minus of 2. Now this is how to factorize this quadratic equation and get its truth set. Now let's look at example number 2. Suppose we have 2x squared plus 8x plus 4 equal to 0. So when you have 2x squared plus 6x plus 4 equal to 0. So on this note, we have to compare this given problem to the general quadratic root. That's ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. We can see that when you compare a is 2, b is 6, and c is 4. Now the product of the a and the c will be 8. So the two factors of 8, that will sum up to 6. And when you multiply them, you get 8. Is 2 and 4. So that 2 times 4 is 8. 2 plus 4 is the value of the b, which is 6. So meaning, we are going to replace the 2 in terms of s, 4 in terms of x, with the 6. We have 2x squared plus 2x plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. So let's do them. We have 2x squared plus 2x 4x plus 4 equal to 0. So we see that 2 is common. Let's factor 2 out. S2 is also common. So S out. So here for 2 we have x plus 1. When 4 is out, we have x plus 1 equal to 0. So we have the terms outside the bracket. Put them in one bracket as 2x plus 4. And these brackets are the same. Choose 1 equal to 0. So then here we have to equate each bracket to 0 and solve for x. We have 2s plus 4 equal to 0, meaning 2s is equal to negative of 4. On this note, we have 2s equal to negative 4, here by 2, here by 2. S is equal to negative 2. So when you take the second bracket, x plus 1 equals to 0, you get s is equal to negative 1. So now these are the rules, or these are the answers for this problem. So this is how to factorize a given quadratic equation to get its final result. So now, let's look at the example 3. Example 3, we have s squared plus 11x plus 24 equal to 0. So we have to solve this problem. You see that the a is 1, b is 11, and c is 24. So the product of a and c will be 24 times 1. That's 24. So now we are looking for factors of 24. That will sum up to 11. That's 3 and what? 8. So on this note, we have s squared plus 3x plus 8x plus 24 equal to 0. We have s squared plus 3s in brackets plus 8s plus 24 in another bracket. So now let's factorize. The common factor is s. We have s plus 3 plus the common factor is 8. When 8 is out, 8 goes to 8, 1. It will be s. 8 goes to 24, 3. So now you can see that these two brackets are the same. So now let's consider the terms outside. That's x plus 8, s plus 3 equal to 0. So now let's take the first bracket and bring it to 0. We have x plus 8 is equal to 0. So on this note, s is equal to negative 8. The second bracket, we have s plus 3 equal to 0, meaning s is equal to negative 3. So So meaning the truth set is S said that S is equal to minus 8 minus 3. So now let's move on to look at the example 4. So the example 4, we have to factorize 4x squared minus 8x equal to 0. So when we look at this question, there's no constant term here. So meaning we have to factorize the common factors out and simplify your results. So when we look at the equation very well, the common factor of 4 and 8 is 4x. So here will be x minus 2 equal to 0. Meaning 4x is equal to 0. Here by 4, here by 4. Therefore, x is equal to 0. So let's take the terms in the bracket. S minus 2 equal to 0. We have s is equal to 2. So meaning the true set will be, as I said that, s is equal to 0, 2. So now this is how to use factorization method to find solution sets. To find a solution set. So now let's do example 5. We have 3x squared plus 8xy plus 5y squared. So we have to factorize and find the truth set of this given problem. So you see that we have 3x squared, 8sy, 5y squared. So in this question, you can decide, because it consists of two different unknown variables. You can decide to choose the 3 as your A or the 5 as your A. So now let's take the 3 as our A. So if the 3 is A, then B is what? 8 and C is 5. So now 3 by 5 is 15. So write the 15 down. Two factors of 15, that will sum up to 8 is 3 and 5. So now let's continue. We have 3x squared plus 3xy plus 5xy plus 5y squared is equal to 0. So now let's group them. Let's take the common factors, that's 3x. So here will be x plus y. Plus when 5y is out, we have x plus y equal to 0. So inside the bracket, they are the same. The terms outside are 3x plus 5y, bracket s plus y equal to 0. And we have to find the true set. Let's take the first bracket to 0. 3x plus 5y equal to 0. So since this equation involves two unknown variables, we have to find a solution in the form x over y. So now here, let's divide 2 by y, here by y, here by y. We have 3 of xy plus 5 is equal to 0. So meaning we have 3 of xy is equal to negative 5. So here by 3, here by 3, we have xy is equal to minus 5 on 3. Now let's take the second bracket. We have x plus y equal to 0. We have s equal to negative y. So here by y, here by y, x over y is equal to negative 1. Now this is how to solve such program. If a quadratic equation involves two unknown variables. Now let's look at this example. 7x squared plus 7x squared plus 11xy plus 4y plus 5y plus 5y plus 11xy 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 plus 11x y squared equal to 0. Now, this is the problem, and we have to solve this problem. So I would like you to solve this problem for me. So anytime you get a problem and you have to use factorization method to solve, first you have to take your time. You have to figure out the values of A, B, and C, find the product of A, B, C, and find the factors of the product that will sum up to B, and let the new factors to replace the B value, and group them, factorize, and get your final results. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget that you subscribe to my channel and hit on the notification bell. Thank you.